All right, it's been about over a month now with my Aipas M2 Pro bike here, and I really do like it. And I know a lot of people are probably still waiting for theirs to show up. So 67 miles I've ridden on this so far, very much trouble-free for the most part. There are some things that are becoming little issues, but nothing too terrible. Number one, I do have to get it taken apart and get a look here because I'm getting like a creaking sound coming from this area where the shock assembly is. And I don't know if it just needs to be lubed up where this joint is, because I can't tell if it has a bushing that sits inside this bolt assembly on either side here. But when I do ride it, I do get a creak. I also get a slight, like a hiccup here in the crank as well. Nothing bad. It's very, very slight. But, you know, when you ride it enough, you start to notice everything. One of the biggest things that I live here in the desert, so we do have a problem with goat heads and different things, thorns and stuff. And these tires are not thick. Now, I mean, for the price, you're paying $949 for this bike, and it comes with a lot of features. So having to put a little bit of money into this is not that big of a deal. I think I've put a few $100s into this bike to upgrade things, like, for example, the stock coming up here, and then the stem assembly. Change that angle a little bit, which gives me, as being 6'2", a much better riding position. And obviously I've spoken about it before, but the hydraulic brakes are like a must-have, and they're really not that expensive. I think they were like 70 bucks or less. So just something to keep in mind. The bag is come in handy here. I really do like this bag. I did put some glass bottles in there, and that was a mistake. I mean, there is vibration that's going to come through the bike even with the suspension, and it broke those bottles really fast. So that's my fault. That's not the bike anyway. So for the tires, what I did was I bought the actual liners. They're available on Amazon. They're like 30 bucks, and you put a liner on the inside, and it's basically a very hard acrylic plastic, and it stops the stuff from getting inside there. I also replaced the inner tubes on both sides. The inner tubes that come with the bike are pretty thin, so I went with a thicker type of inner tube, and I haven't had a problem since. I actually went back and upgraded some of my other bikes while I was at it because I was very happy with the results. So I went ahead and took some of these other bikes as well and did some upgrades as far as that goes. When it comes to like stuff like this, though, this is a little bit of annoying because this doesn't close very well and it pops off very easily. Like I said, very minimal. It's not a really big deal. The way the battery unplugs or disconnects is really good. It has the latch assembly here, and it's key controlled. That actually works really, really well. So the only thing I really have to work on here since I started, I mean, you can see the tread of the tires hasn't changed much. It's still plenty of tread after 70 miles. So it's not like they're a soft tire where it's going to lose that. It's just mostly the tire was kind of thin. But like I said, the biggest issue is just that creak, and I'm pretty sure it's coming from here. It's not functionally causing any problems. It's just annoying. And then the same thing with this assembly here as well. So I'll probably pull this apart and grease it. And I'm sure that's most of what is needed here, is that I think the joints everywhere are dry. So some lithium grease in these different areas I think would solve the problem I'm having. And when I say problem, like I said, I don't even really consider it much of a problem. Other than that, all the other parts of the build quality of the bike have been good. I've ridden it all kinds of different things. We took it to the beach. We went to the lake. And I could put a video up if you guys want to see it. I mean, I've been riding it pretty hard. And, I haven't been taking it easy on the bike at all. I've been riding it just like I would any other bike. And so far, everything's held up really well. No rust or anything like that. So the paint's not thin or anything. I've seen that on other bikes, especially ones that are sourced from China, but so far nothing, because this one, as you may or may not know, is a steel frame. So you do have to be a little bit more careful with it, especially if you're near salt water and stuff. You don't want any water getting inside the frame at all because it will rust it. But other than that, like I said, for the price that I paid for it, I'm extremely happy with the bike. It does ride very fast if you want to, or it can ride really slow if you want to. So, and being the only downside to all that, and I think I've talked about it in my previous videos, is that this is a very big bike. It is nearly 100 pounds. And I would not suggest this for somebody who only weighs 100 pounds, obviously. You want to be, minimum 150 pounds if you want to ride a bike of this size. And that's because if the bike goes down, it's going with you. If you like this video, like and subscribe, and also I'll leave all the links. They are affiliate links, so I get a small percentage of them, but everything you see I put in these videos I pay for myself. I don't take anything for free. So feel confident that I'm not just getting freebies here. These are things I'm actually using and paying for myself. So like and subscribe, and I hope to see you again.